Welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. Math. So we're looking at section 6.7 here, and what we're going to do is we're going to use our lifesaver here to take care of business. All right, we're going to look at formulas, and these formulas that we're going to look at are going to be rational equations. All right, so go ahead and copy down this first example. And what we're looking at as you're copying this down, this formula describes the product's selling price. So I have some product, and this formula is going to describe the selling price for that product. Okay? So is going to be how much the sales price is, how much it sells for. All right. This C right here is going to refer to the cost to the seller. And this R right here is going to represent the markup rate. All right, the markup rate. All right, so let's go ahead. And what we're going to do is we're going to solve for R. So notice we're solving for this markup rate right here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take care of business. So let me rewrite this. So our original problem is S equals C divided by 1 minus R. All right, so the first thing that we should notice is, like we said earlier, this is a rational equation because it has a fraction, right? And whenever we have a fraction in our equation, we said we look for what? Good. If you heard the girl in the back, she said we need to find the LCD. So our LCD here, our least common denominator, is 1 minus R. So there's our LCD. Let me put it off to the side here. And what we do with our LCD is we're going to go ahead and take it and we're going to multiply it by both sides. And I think it was Christian last week that said we multiply it to the top. All right. So what's nice is that on our left-hand side, all we do is distribute. All right, we just distribute. So in distributing, you're left with S minus SR. And on our right-hand side, what's nice is that our 1 minus R's cancel here. And all we're left with is C. So right away, our equation looks much nicer. All right, I don't have any more fractions to work with. All right, so again, my first step is I got rid of the fractions, just like we were doing last class. Okay, always go back to what they're asking you for. They're asking us to solve for R. So in solving for R, we want to isolate this R. So right now I have S minus SR. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this S to the other side, all right, because I'm trying to get that R by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract S from both sides. And I'm left with negative SR equals C minus S. Notice they are not like terms. These two right here are not like terms, so I cannot combine them. So I leave them just as is. All right. So notice I'm still trying to get this R by itself. So I have negative S times R. So the opposite of multiplying by R, boom, we divide by whatever we want to move to the other side. So I'm trying to isolate that R, so I'm going to divide by whatever is not R. So I divided by negative S because I want these two to cancel. All right, let me move this up. I hear people asking if I can move that up. So let me shrink this. Let me move this up. Let me shrink this. And let me move this up for you all. And I'll shrink that too. All right. So now all we're left with is R. And on my right hand side, I have C minus S divided by negative S. All right, so this right here is my formula now when I solve for R. So this gives me my markup rate. All right, so we'll call this part A. Let's just add something to this. All right, so part B here, let me add something to the mix. All right, let me actually move all this off to the side here. So for part B, let's say that I'm looking for the markup rate on a textbook, and I think I saw one of your textbooks for this class. I think the textbook I saw that they paid for it when I was looking at some numbers. So I'll put that the cost, right? Let's say that their cost was $140. And that the bookstore was selling it for, I think it was like $200. All right, so let's go ahead and plug those numbers in, and let's see if this matches our discussion of what we were talking about earlier in the beginning of the semester. All right, because this is a classic formula of how to mark up items. All right, so let's go ahead and look at things here. So I got R equals the cost, right? All I'm doing is I'm using this formula here, right? Very common formula right here. So the cost is 140. I'm going to subtract how much you sell it for. So I'm going to subtract 200 from that, and I'm going to divide that by negative S, and our S is 200. So in doing so, upstairs I got negative 60, downstairs I got negative 200. Let me go ahead and punch that into my calculator, and that's going to give me 0.3. So here we see our Cabrillo markup is 30% markup rate. So this is our markup rate. And that goes hand in hand with everything we said in the beginning of semester. All right. So there's a very common formula that you see in life, right? You go to a store, you go to a lot of these mom and pop shops, right? These small stores, and this is what's going on. This is a formula. They may or may not know it, but usually they get a magazine, they'll purchase things, and when they get that magazine and they order those items in those magazines, it'll tell them what their MSRP, right? What that suggested price they should sell it for. All right. So go ahead, copy that down, and we'll look at another problem.